We live. We live. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Speculation Sunday. We got Just Ask Danny in the house. How you doing, Danny?
Hey, I'm doing good. Ready
How have
for
you? I was just gonna say, how have you survived this weather, dude?
I was at Disneyland yesterday and I'm still feeling it. So it's it's for sure knocked me out. Like, it makes like I haven't been used to it because we haven't had it, but I'm happy for it. Like, I like the heat, I like the hot weather. I'm different that way, I guess. But
I like the heat too, but like when you're in sunlight, it just drains you. Just drains your energy.
it
It's
does,
it's,
it does.
it's hard. It's hard. Um, you went to Disney yesterday?
I did. I went to Disneyland, Disney California Adventure, and the hotels and downtown Disney.
You were walking a lot.
I walked 8 miles.
Oh man. Welcome everybody to Speculation Sunday. Thank you guys for joining on another live stream here on Five Fires YouTube. We got a lot to talk about. I did have a chance to ask the members here on the channel what they would like to talk about. I want to go over a couple of them. We got one from Crystal. She says, will you be going live for Oogie Boogie tickets on Tuesday? Yes. Another live stream for Oogie Boogie, just chaos. I almost feel like doing a delayed live stream. I want to be like the aftermath instead of the beginning. I don't know. Tuesday's going to be a weird day. We got Michelada. Are you going to make a S-less food video? Yes, I promise. I will get to that. I promise. We got Wing Nike. Are those of you still waiting? For those of you still waiting on Oogie Boogie tickets, are you still excited for the event, or did the technical difficulties sour your experience? I'm curious. I feel like on like a live stream I did like a bonfire ago, a lot of people were like, "I just bought HHN." I was like, "I don't blame you. Waiting all these hours for Oogie Boogie." We got USC Greg. I'm going to be a little biased since I saw Rogers 5 times, but do you really think they'll take Rogers away forever at the end of August? I think they'll either reduce showtimes or bring him back next summer. What are your thoughts on that, Danny? Because there was a heavy investment on Rogers the Musical, not just from the training and the choreograph and making it all come to life at the Hyperion, but they marketed this big time. There's all those banners and essentially all these foods that came with it, and all the bloggers that they hosted and all that. There's a lot of effort that went into bringing Rogers the Musical to life. What do you think? Does it end or does it stay alive?
I think I don't know. I was talking to you about this just yesterday. I mean, there's like banners on Catella, there's banners on Magic Way outside of Disneyland for Rogers the Musical. It seems like such a huge investment for such a short run, only 2 months. And I feel like they're just kind of creating a fake demand, like a fake scarcity. So that people like all want to come experience it this summer, and then like closer towards the middle of August, they're going to be like, actually, we're extending it until whenever, and it'll probably just end up staying for a while. I mean, if we all remember the celebration of the Lion King or whatever the heck that show was, that was also a limited time run too, and we still have it to this day.
It's still to this day. The Lion King show has been running. I want to say it's about a year or more than a year now. It has to. It has to.
Yeah.
I'm
so
shocked.
it's definitely going to stick around, I think, and just like Lion King did. So
yeah, I was telling Danny, I was like, I feel like they said 2 months to create the demand, and it's almost. I was telling Danny, I said, Imagine if the Galactic Star Cruiser ran like every other year. It would probably sell out every single trip every year. If it was every other year, like this scarcity, this like created scarcity. It's like they're creating the fear of missing out. But the Rogers the Musical, I find it hard to believe too that all that money that they spent on that show and just to make it go away. A lot of people keep saying too, though, that Avenger Campus wants to expand and this and that. I still find all that hard to believe too, because like, well, where's the King Thanos ride or the Quinjet ride that was ever supposed to come there? I don't know. I feel Disneyland, where they've been putting the money, Danny, is really weird. Like the most recent one where I was like, there's scaffolding here is the whole exterior of Soarin'. I was like, I guess they're going to redo that. Did you see that? I thought that was weird.
Yeah, no, I was saying the same thing too. I had been talking about on my podcast and also in some of the videos I've been doing for updates that Soarin' was going to be closing for a while now. And I also talked about how at the same time Alice in Wonderland was going to go back down and the monorail. And Soarin' was only going to be closed for 2 weeks. So I thought, oh, they're just going to do like the projector and probably like some of the machinery inside, right? The ride mechanism that lifts that gigantic theater up in the air. And I'm sure that's probably happening. But I didn't expect the entire exterior of the building, plus all the extra buildings that are around it being covered in scaffolding. And it makes sense now that the monorail is closed because the monorail is right there. And all the scaffolding's like basically where the monorail track is. You can't have the monorail zooming by with people on the scaffolding right there. So it makes sense. Not only that too, but all the construction in downtown Disney really came to a halt more recently after it kind of ramped up. But when you see how close it is to the monorail, it makes sense. So, this monorail closure, I think, is through the end of August. So I feel like we see construction really ramp up around the dirt pit right there because they want to get as much done as they can around the monorail to have to, keep it closed. At least going vertical a little bit more than what they probably already have.
Yeah, dirt pit's gonna come to life. It's stuff's gonna start happening. I need to take the monorail, or not the monorail. Damn, I don't even know how. I guess I would have to go to Disneyland Hotel or something and look down there, like at the dirt pit in downtown Disney. Oh my Lanta, we got a super chat from Johnny. Johnny says, in my honest opinion, they should shut it down. Rogers the Musical to give the cast a huge break because they deserve it, then bring it back. The Rogers the Musical, I just want to throw it out there. They could easily add Halloween stuff to it, and they could easily add Christmas to it. Like it would just be like one number, like one minute, 2 minutes, to it, and then it's Halloween, it's Christmas. It could happen. I believe it could happen. I've seen Rogers the Musical just once, but like USC Greg, dude, people are loving it, watching it 5 times, freaking 5 times. And we all know Avenger Campus ain't going nowhere, so I don't think it's gonna go away. Like it's not like the one that I think might go away forever. Wondrous Journey, Danny. I don't think we're ever gonna get Wondrous Journey again, dude. Like, how do they pull Wondrous Journey back in the next 10 years? How do they bring it back? Like an After Dark event or something somehow? I don't know. It's kind of sad because come August, that's it. Wondrous Journey, se acabó. It's over. Goodbye. What do you think about that, man?
Yeah, I mean, I think we see it come back in January for sure. The celebration's still going to continue. So as soon as Halloween Screams, as soon as the Believe in Holiday Magic show's done, we see it come back for a little bit around that time. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think they're ready to get rid of it yet. I wish that this becomes the new default show instead of Mickey's Mixed Magic. Both shows can be diverse in the sense that they can run without fireworks because Wondrous Journey doesn't. So I hope this one becomes the new default show, and we're just done with Mickey's Mixed Magic.
Hey, I would not complain about this being the January shows or the in between fireworks, the in between
Yeah.
projections, I guess. I'm cool with it. Wondrous Journey, like, it sounds weird, but like, I feel like I wouldn't. I'm not sick of it. Like, I don't want to say I'm sick of Mickey's Mixed Magic, but Mickey's Mixed Magic has just got to the point where it's like, oh, they're playing Mickey's Mixed Magic project. Gosh, I hate it. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's where it's got. Um, eh, Mickey's Mixed Magic is a great fireworks show. I've always enjoyed it. People dancing and down Main Street all the time for that fireworks show. But if Wondrous Journey does become the in between, I would love it, dude. I'd have no complaints. Great finale, great music. It'd just be incredible. We got 5 gifted membership. Mark W. I'm actually wearing Mark W. shirt that got gifted. Dude, thank you. This thing is fire. I can't wait to wear it at Disneyland. Get a cool photo, maybe with the goat behind me on Thunder. But thank you for growing the Five Fire community. And I will see everybody tomorrow for a Members Monday on a Monday. I promise that. Thank you, Mark W. Oh, what's up, Max? Little Max, he was sleeping. He just woke up. Hyperion Theater needs something, so Roger should stay a little longer. Yeah, hey, I'll take something over nothing when it comes down to that. We also got Mike with the super chat. Start set with Nightmare Before Christmas. 5 fires. Start September with Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay, I'm cool with that. Yes, congratulations.
A lot of people want to see your shirt, Mondo.
Yeah. The goat. Yeah, every time I think of this goat, I think of the Big Green. I don't even think of Thunder Mountain. I think of Big Green. You ever seen that movie, Daddy?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, that's a good movie. What's up, Jaqui in the house? I love Mickey's Mixed Magic. Me too. It's just, I don't know. I feel like it's become. I feel like there's like hate now towards Mickey's Mixed Magic. Agent X says, "Can you break down the new HHN speculation map when it's time for the Universal Studios Hollywood?" We definitely will, my friend. We definitely will. There's a lot to talk about. Big Avocado says, "Please retire Mickey's Mixed Magic." Are you done with Mickey's Mixed Magic, Danny, or where are you at? I truly feel there's a lot of hate for Mickey's Mixed Magic. I'm just throwing it out there.
I like the show, but it came out in like 2018, and it's played like so many years, on and on and on. And I'm ready for it to retire. Let it be gone, so they can like bring it back again. If they want to at any point, like the way we missed Disneyland Forever, and they brought that back. So bring back or let it go. Just let it go and be gone, and just keep Wondrous Journey. You know what I mean?
For Mickey's Mixed Magic, it should be once a year, and it should be on Mickey Mouse's birthday. You get Mickey's Mixed Magic. They do something fun and awesome. It's the one time out of the year Mickey's Mixed Magic comes, Mickey's birthday, because that's why Mickey's Mixed Magic actually came. It was for Mickey Mouse birthday, right? Wasn't that what it was for?
Yeah, it was for Mickey 90.
Yeah, I feel like that would be the time to bring that. Let me go over a couple more over here. We got Disney Fan Chant. 2 things. I would like more info on the RIP HHN tour and what to expect. 2, how do you get Oogie Boogie tickets? We can never seem to land the special event tickets. Is there a trick to it? We're always on the right. We are always on right at start of. We're always right on the start of the time. For Rest in Peace tour, or let me go over this real quick from Jason. Thank you for celebrating 5 months. Jason, appreciate 5 fires. 5 months for 5 fires. Excited to go to Disneyland Friday. Good to see you, Mondo and Danny. 5 fires. I hope it's an empty day. This past Friday and weekend in general, the crowds are so low. I hope it extends to you, Jason. But thank you. I appreciate you, Jason. Thank you for supporting the fire. For For a RIP tour, if you're like, what the heck is a RIP tour? It is the VIP tour for Halloween Horror Nights. It ranges in the price of like 410 to probably like over $500. And what it is, you get a tour guide to guide you to all the Halloween Horror Night houses. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they take you to the rides too, for the most part. So you get the rides and the houses, but you also get a lanyard that works after the event that'll take you front of the line for everything, the rides, the Halloween Horror Night houses. So you have that. Another thing that's included that doesn't get talked about enough is you actually get valet parking with your RIP tour included. They validate that. And the other thing, you get water throughout your whole experience. That goes a long way because waters at Universal Studios Hollywood could range from $6 to like $10. So it's hot out there in September, especially. It's hot. But you also get to do a sit down dinner, which is at Moulin Rouge, which only VIP or RIP can go. So that's the gist of it. But the best part about a RIP tour is if you could do it early. So like whatever one of the first times are, because then the rest of the night till 1 or 2 a.m., however late the event goes, you could just do your favorite house over and over, or go on your favorite ride over and over. But that's the benefits of a RIP. For Oogie Boogie Bash, there is no secret. That's the answer. Did you even care to buy a ticket, Daddy, or you're over Oogie Boogie?
I bought a ticket.
Oh, you did? Damn.
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
I got.
What's the secret then, Daddy?
There is no secret. It was a pretty bad experience for me as well. I was in the queue for 5 hours. So, and I got through on the annual or the Magic Key Holder preview, and I got tickets for opening night. And you know what's funny is when I eventually got in 5 hours later, there was no dates left for anything other than like a day in October, like a random Sunday in October or something. But I was like, well, I'm in now. I'm gonna just keep it open. And so I like kept it open for like 10 minutes, and I just kept refreshing the page over and over and over again, where you select your ticket dates. And every time I would select it, different days would become available. And my guess is like people weren't checking out with them, or they were like erroring out, because when I tried to buy things too, it kept erroring out. So I kept refreshing, and then finally the opening day came available. So I selected it, and I kept trying to buy it, and I tried to buy it, and by buy it, like I wasn't entering my card information in, but like
just trying to get the calendar right.
I tried to get to the checkout screen 12 times, and I counted it, and then I finally got through with the first day, and then was able to purchase it. And then for like a while, right after I bought my ticket, it was showing the event date was the day the tickets went on sale. Like the day, so it's like your event date is, and then it was the day like we bought tickets. So like June or July or whatever it was, and then eventually like a few hours later, the tickets refreshed and had the right date on it. So it was it was super out of control.
And you know what's crazy? The Florida After Dark events, Danny, I go to the website straight to the calendar. There's no queue, virtual queue, none of that crap. Straight to the calendar. Just weird. Somebody asked, it's Tapia. Do you think HHN tickets will sell out soon? I haven't purchased mine, but I'm getting nervous. The answer is no. This will not sell out. This is Halloween Horror Nights, like general admission. These won't sell out anytime soon. Like we don't even know all the houses yet. But say like Stranger Things comes through and some other big property that I can't think of right now. I'll just say Stranger Things. Stranger Things will probably sell out things. Lady Gaga would sell out things. But right now, nothing will sell out. We got Benji. What's left on the special effects studio? Any more rumblings about the coaster HHN or Oogie Boogie updates? nothing rumbling yet about the coaster in Hollywood. Um, Surprisingly, special effects is still there, but that building, I would have doubt it's just gone by next week. But the real, I feel like for the coaster in Hollywood, the real stuff that's gonna like get the the juices rolling is when they start clearing out trees, Danny. Like all that down that like hillside under going down into like I don't even know down the studio tour area. That's when things are like, oh damn, they're really pushing forward on this project. But until then, it's kind of like we're just waiting. How much is front of the line pass for Knott's Scary Farm? We do not even know. We don't even have prices for that. Right? Is there prices for that? I don't think so.
I don't know if tickets are on sale yet for Knott's.
Yeah. Knott's is just selling the season pass.
Yeah, because I think when you go to the Scary Farm page, the only thing that's there is just the Scary Farm pass.
Yeah, so we do not know. But you're looking at $180 to $250. Like you go on a weekend, those front of the line passes ain't cheap for anything. Like they're always expensive. They're always expensive. Uh, we got Christine Anderson Gonzalez says, I like to have small talk about the Oogie Boogie tickets. I'm starting to get nervous. The best thing I could tell you, I'll go live on Tuesday to go through that S show or whatever that's going to look like. But I'm just going to be honest. I feel like Tuesday, Danny, everything's going to sell out fast as heck. And I think the reason I say is, say like me and Danny are trying to get tickets. Danny got tickets. Hey, Mondo, do you want me to buy your tickets? Give me your info. Boom. Danny buys my ticket. I'm out of the queue. Like, these tickets are just going to... People are going to be buying tickets for everybody because everybody's all freaking out. I'm not going to get the date I want. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I think Tuesday, it's going to go quick. I find it hard to believe it's going to go, like, long. So, that's what I think. We got Johnny with another super chat. Imagine taking the studio tour and seeing a coaster go by you. Hey, be ready. Maybe next year. I'm so shocked there's a big ass coaster coming to Hollywood. That was not on my bingo card of things to come, but it's happening. It's freaking happening. Another one from our members, Jamie Lynn. When do we get an announcement? The HHN mazes, are they seriously waiting till midsummer to announce everything? This is just my guess. Midsummer's going to come by. They announce one or two things, and then they're just going to announce everything right away. Like, bloop,
Yeah,
here you go.
and last midsummer they didn't even announce a maze. They just announced like the holidays in hell, right? The scare zone.
What did they announce last year? I think it
Or
was
the
Universal
no,
Horror
you know what it
Hotel.
was? They announced the because it was gosh, what was? Oh no, it was
That was
Live
like
at
2 years ago, where they were like, "Hey, everybody, the Terror Tramp's coming back.
Yeah.
But we're not going to tell you
Oh,
what it is."
what was the? Didn't they on the midsummer? Remember when we had Bride of Frankenstein on the upper lot? That was 2021, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was like a women on the silver screen, like horror, like scare zone afterward in the courtyard there. Um,
Silver Scream Queens.
yeah. Didn't they announce that was what they announced at the Midsummer Screen like
Yeah,
2 years
I think we
ago?
got the scare zone and that there's a terror tram. That was it.
Yeah. They don't really historically. I don't think is there really ever a time when they just drop big banger like maze names there or something like that?
I don't know, dude. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I'll be there at Midsummer. I'm going to Midsummer. As weird as it sounds, I'm more hyped for the Scary Farm panel because, gosh darn it, they've been quiet. So I feel like they're gonna hit hard. Whatever the hell that panel is gonna be with Scary Farm. For HHN, I'm just like, I hope we get something. I just hope we do. But Scary Farm, I feel like something's gonna get announced big time.
We also
Last
had
year they announced Scarecrow in the Hotel Maze.
hotel maze. Oh
Horror
yeah.
Hotel. What were you gonna say, Danny?
Someone in the chat said, and I don't know if our Knott's Adventure can can confirm this or not, but they said tomorrow's the last day, or no, today is the last day to get your Scary Farm pass. Larissa
Is
Perez.
it? Oh my god, I don't know. Let me bring it up on the website. Damn. Is it today the last day?
It doesn't say. It
Uh,
just says limited quantities available. Unless I don't know something. Like,
I
did they
think
put?
Not Scary Farm tweeted it, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they tweeted something. Let me bring it up. Not Scary Farm. Oh, what is there? Not Scary Farm?
Oh, okay. Knott's Adventure confirmed it. So today is the last day to get the Scary Farm pass with the payment plan. You can still buy them, pay in full after today.
Ah, okay. That's a odd. That's a weird one. No more pay.
I
I
didn't
guess.
even I didn't even know that you could buy it on payment plan, so I just paid for it because I didn't
Yeah,
even know that was an option.
I didn't even know it was an option either. I just paid for it.
Yeah,
I don't know how long a Scary Farm pass will go, but if you're trying to buy one, just buy it. Do not wait, and then all of a sudden you forget about it, and then you do not get one because we went through that last year and it sucked. It
yeah.
sucked.
Uh,
Uh,
I, I just
I was
wanted
gonna
to call
say,
it real quick. I got a Venmo super chat from Jessica Fernandez, who said, "Here's some Starbucks money. Happy speculation Sunday." And she said she sent one to you as well, Mondo.
hold on,
Thank you, Jessica.
Jessica. Let me see. Hold on. I'm loading. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We got Jessica. Oh my Lanta dropping the fire. Happy speculation Monday. I said speculation Monday. Let me sip this coffee. Let me do that one more time.
Yeah, the longer you've been a dad, the more you get dad brain.
Dude, I feel like the dad brain kicks in more in the evening because it's like I'm just tired. But being a parent, you never take a break. I got like eyes on you, little man. I see you. Max is just looking at me right now. What's up, googly eyes? All right, we got super chat from Jessica Fernandez dropping 10 on the Venmo. Happy speculation Sunday. Bonfires. Thank you, Jessica. Appreciate always your kindness. Thank you. That's going straight to the coffee fund every day. Jacob, hi Mondo. What are you most excited for at Halloween Horror Nights 2023? I'm excited to go a lot of times. I got a frequent fear. I couldn't tell you what maze I'm excited for. I've seen the speculation map that came out, and from what I've heard, it's pretty darn close to what is going to happen in real life. So, but nothing's confirmed. What are you most excited for a Halloween Horror Night, Danny?
I have to admit, I saw the map too. I was a little bummed that there's no Five Nights at Freddy's there. But maybe that's not until next year, or maybe they just don't do it at all. I felt like it would have been a really good opportunity, but maybe if they're going to have Stranger Things, maybe it was like a stipulation that there couldn't be another um, like large like brand like that.
Another IP.
Yeah, that. But I mean, obviously they have Last of Us, but like maybe there's just like a stipulation from Netflix that they're going to use it that they couldn't. So I was bummed um, to not see the Five Nights at Freddy's, but with the current map, like I'm not a huge Last of Us person. Like I know it's got a really great storyline, especially since they're following the video game, and I know it's going to be scary. So I'm excited to see it, but I'd rather be a lot more excited to see Stranger Things 4 because watching that season, there was just so many moments where I was like, oh, this could be a maze, and this could be a part in the maze, and that could be a maze. Like, I was, I was just like already speculating while watching Stranger Things season 4. Um, so I like that idea. And I also like too that they have Megan as a roaming horde and not as a maze because I didn't really see Megan as being that very interesting of a maze. But as a roaming horde, I think it'd be a really cool like attraction. People would be like want to take pictures. they would just interact with them. It'd be really fun.
Yeah. I think too, Halloween Horror Nights, as much as all the scary stuff and whatever, just hanging out with friends. That's literally my favorite part of Horror Nights. Just it's just fun. Horror Nights is so much fun. We got Jigs Casey with the super chat. Mondo, most importantly, when are we going to know about the food at Oogie Boogie Band?
And that
Um,
was Jigs Casey's first ever super chat.
Oh damn, Jigs Casey, thank you. I appreciate you, man. It's honestly a very good question. I still like if you take a step back and analyze what's happening, Disneyland's trying to sell out an event with pretty much nothing other than like we're doing the same lineup we did last year, so just believe in us that it'll be a good event. I have to be honest, Jigs. I couldn't even remember one food from last year's Oogie Boogie, other than those like drinks that were they were oh my gosh, I couldn't. It was like an Oogie Boogie inspired drink that had like worms on top and stuff, which was really good, but it was like $20. I couldn't even recall one. Danny, do you recall Oogie Boogie food?
No, I mean I never even eat when I go to Oogie Boogie because there's just too many other things to do. I mean, other than candy, but yeah, I can't even recall like special food that they do. I don't even really feel like there is that much special food because they already have special food for Halloween season, and
Yeah.
it's just like that's available. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And not every restaurant's available during Oogie Boogie Bash either. So I can't. I know that there were some special items.
This
Um,
is from Disney Food Blog on her website. They had some. I think they were called like loaded buffalo chicken fries,
mhm.
and that was kind of like it, dude. And then I'll tell you
The
right
dessert
now,
party.
this is coming back without a doubt. Dessert party for like I don't know, 45 $50. This is coming back for sure. But I don't really recall too many like Oogie Boogie foods. It's more about the candy and characters. I will say this, Jigs. Where is the Disneyland Halloween foodie guide? That's the one we're waiting for. That where's that one? We definitely need to do a whole video on that, a whole breakdown on that. Um, let me see. Let me see. I'm just reading through the chat right now. Trying to catch up. Johnny with another super chat. I'm just ready for Halloween. Please come soon. It's the next major freaking holiday. So, and there's a lot of Halloween to come. A lot of Halloween to come.
And it's just around the corner.
Brooke says, are Halloween fireworks at Disneyland every night during the week or just the weekends? For the most part, it's just kind of the weekends.
Yeah, they
Uh,
do the projection only during the week.
yeah. But I feel like October's every day. Like I want to say October's every day. Last question from the Five Fire members from Jim. What are 5 things the Disney parks in Cali you and Danny think would make a better park experience? No Tron ride, please. 5 things? Oh my gosh. Can you name 2 things? 2 things that could come to Disneyland that would make it a better experience?
Like things that are speculated or just
No,
like
no, no.
whatever.
Just 2 things that could make the theme park better. I'm just gonna name 2. Bring back McDonald's and drop reservations.
Yeah, I definitely think if they want to, if they want to, if they don't want to drop reservations, at least allow same day cancellations up until like a certain point, right? That way, parents with sick kids or people just themselves who wake up feeling sick don't have to get a strike for that. But if they're choosing to leave their reservation until like noon, then at that point, that's on them, and then they can release that reservation and give them a strike for that. But to give someone a strike. I think it's like those other ways. Like there can be a bunch of things going on you don't even know. So I would say allow same day cancellations. Get rid of the park hopping rule as number two. Just allow park hopping whenever. Um,
I miss park hopping whenever, Danny. Like,
yeah.
hey, I just want to go get breakfast at Disneyland and go to Radiator Spring Racers. Like, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
You gotta wait till 11. Gotta wait
Yeah.
till 11.
The
Or
third
Knott's
thing I would
Adventure.
say,
Oh, keep going, keep going,
before you
Danny.
go, the third thing, get rid of Oogie Boogie Bash is entirely as a party, and bring it back over to Disneyland, Mickey's Halloween Party, and save the budget for a really cool DCA party, like maybe a Villains Night or something that's like a lot more dialed in. They could turn like what they used for Oogie Boogie Bash into like a Villains Night or something. Um, or they could do like a halfway to Halloween and then do like Villains Night then. I don't know. And then as far as like rides wise, I don't even know. I mean, the Pandora thing I think is gonna whatever that ends up being, I think will be a really good addition. Um, but I think Disney needs something like when they have that space Mondo over at Toy Story to do something with, like I don't necessarily know that like a Disney Springs is going to be what needs to be built there. I would love for a park like Epcot to be there. I mean, I know there's not enough room for something that big, but at least partially.
Yeah, I think Epcot coming to California, so I guess Westcott, that is a game changer. Goodbye, Disney California Adventure. Every local will be at Westcott. They would probably visit Westcott more than Disneyland.
Because I think this
Epcot
is
is so
like
good, dude. Epcot is so good.
I think I'm at my limit with Oogie Boogie Bash. Like
Dude,
I'm just not
I called it. That's what I said. This is the last year everybody's paying their 140s, 180s, 190s for Oogie Boogie Bash. We're done. Bring it back to Disneyland. Same lineup, and I'm hearing strong speculation, Danny, that Madam Mim is coming back this year. Everybody wanted her. There's been just a lot of social media buzz, and we want her back. She's coming back, Madam Mim, to Oogie Boogie Bash. Who's that? All right. Let's get this party started. Welcome to Speculation Sunday. This is your first time here. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you joining us on today's live. Also, too, for all the returning Five Fire members, everybody that's here of the Five Fire community, thank you so much. Appreciate you taking time out of your Sunday to hang out with me and Danny. Before we get the party started, though, with Speculation Sunday, Danny, where can we find your new video or a podcast? What are you going to be bringing soon?
Yeah, you could find any new videos I post on Just Ask Danny YouTube channel, and then new podcast episodes always on Tuesday morning at the 5571. So you can just search 5571 on any podcast platform, and you can follow the podcast, and then you'll get the latest episodes in your feed that you can download. I don't want to say subscribe to the podcast because some platforms have enabled subscribe as like a paid feature, and I don't have a paid feature for that.
Yeah.
So follow. 'Cause I don't want to make people like look for something that's not there. So follow.
Yeah.
You click follow specifically like on Apple Podcasts. Is that how you follow the podcast? So
Yeah. What's up, John Boos? All right, let's get into Speculation Sunday. I want to talk individual theme parks today. I want to start off with Knott's Berry Farm. We're going to start off with Knott's, work our way to Universal, and then end it with the Disneyland. So we are going to talk Knott's Berry Farm. Knott's Berry Farm, I feel like they're doing an incredible job with Summer Nights. The bands are just carrying the whole event in its entirety. For Ghost Town Alive, I haven't had a chance to do like beginning to end, but I'm going to try to do that this week to fully experience Ghost Town Alive. Ghost Town Alive is one of those things where you want to be there for hours to like really enthrall yourself in this storyline that's coming to life. The weird part, and I want to bring it up, maybe I'm nitpicking, I don't know, but where in the carnations is the mayor? We are this deep in a ghost town alive, and we don't have the mayor. He's on the marketing. He's on the freaking t-shirts. Where is the mayor for Ghost Town Alive? Like, it's crazy. We everybody there working is doing incredible. I'm just saying, where's the mayor? He's kind of pivotal to. At least I thought he was pivotal to things, but he makes the event that much more special. So I hope you come back, Mayor. I hope you're watching this. Second, for Knott's Scary Farm, because we've talked everything there is to talk about with Knott's Summer Nights. Knott's Scary Farm, they already started building some origins. They're starting to build where Pumpkin Eater is over there in Camp Snoopy, and I'm hearing lots of words too that they are building big time in where Dark Ride is, which is the ballroom right in front of Timberlog Ride. They have there. I don't even know what that's going to be, but I know that they're building, and of course they're building. It's freaking July already. There's not that much time, but the one thing I want to talk about with Knott's Scary Farm, and I'm not here to confirm anything. This is freaking speculation Sunday, so it's all about speculating. I'm hearing strong speculation, Danny, that the announcement will be coming back this year after Midsummer Scream. And to me, if they do that, I feel like it's going to be an epic year, dude. It's going to be an epic year. Last time they brought the announcement and the way that it created the buzz with Waxworks and Origins and just in general Scary Farm, I think it's the perfect marketing move to bring back. And the big talk as well about Scary Farm is that the theater will be used for Scary Farm and it will not involve Puppet Up. I know I've mentioned these things before, but I feel like the rumors and the speculation are stronger than ever. So to me, that these are all exciting news. I did not know what they could do in the theater per se, but I'm excited to see what creativity comes for the 50th. I really hope they start pumping out marketing for the 50th because at this point in time, there's like no buzz right now. I just have to be honest. Yeah. What are your thoughts on the stuff I said, Danny?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I feel like there's just no hype right now. I mean, what do you think's different this year that isn't the same? That the reason why there's no hype. That I want to hear that first before I comment on it.
Say it again, Danny.
What do you think's the reason why there's no hype compared to the past?
They just want to be secret. It's a secret, dude. That's what
Because
I
of,
think. That's the only thing I
because
can think of. It's just
because of
secret.
50.
Yeah, I think they want to. I think the theater announcement at the Walter Knott Theater, it's so important that they just want to drop the fire there. They're just like, we're gonna keep everything a secret until then, and I think soon, like very soon, they're gonna start selling tickets, and I think they're gonna make announcement, but it'll just be like returning mazes. It won't be nothing new, but
Yeah, I feel
anything
like
new is for sure either midsummer or they do it at the announcement if it does happen.
yeah. I mean, I don't know if you were. I don't know if you said Mondo or some. There was like a speculation that Bloodline would come back without the gun aspect to it,
Yeah,
which I'd be totally fine with. um, but I just hope that like when Knott's tries to do whatever the new mazes are, like at Pumpkin Eater, um, and Inside Dark Ride. Um, I hope that they are, just like a classic walkthrough. We don't need all the like super fancy,
yeah,
stuff that they had going on in Bloodline. And even to be honest, like Grimoire, as cool as it was, like them building in the whole pre-show with the campfire and like the camp scene, like I don't I know that they try to go to the next level, right? But like even like Mesmer and like now Grimoire both had these like really elaborate pre-shows, and
I know.
they didn't stick around for like not even a month into the event before it just became too much of an issue, or they didn't have the staffing to do it right for the whole maze, so they just cut it. And then Mesmer hasn't had the pre-show in forever.
It's
And,
gone. I don't think it's
yeah,
ever going to come back.
it's
It's never
never
going
going
to
to
come
come
back.
back. And Grimoire, like halfway through the event, they didn't even they just had the campfire like open, and you just
Yeah.
walked through the tent. Like, so I think like they just need to like. I get that they're trying to like be all fancy, but like we don't need that. You know what I mean? And even like
Yeah.
the depths had
The
an elaborate.
elevator.
It had the elevator pre-show
Not
that
Scary Fire keeps trying to go hard on pre-shows when you really think
I
about
know.
it now.
The only pre-show that really ever worked was Paranormal Inc., and even that caused that line to be so long
Yeah.
because people had to wait to file into the room, and they had to reset the like the jump scare in the pre-show and all that stuff. So I just think like you know we don't really need these kind of like pre-shows like that unless they want to do a big pre-show like Paranormal Inc., where you can accommodate like a ton of people in it, but like
Yeah.
every single time they try to do it, it's like they
Stalls.
don't stick with it. So then like all these people on social media and whatnot show what it's like on opening day, and then when the time that people come closer to Halloween, which you would think makes more sense, for and especially since it's more
Eh,
expensive, then
Come
they don't even get the
October,
same experience.
you don't get the same experience in October.
Yeah.
That's a
So
good point. That's a good point.
but as far as hype, I think you're right. If the rumors are true that they're doing the announcement event, um, that's how it should be. Knott should be
Yeah.
announcing everything at the announcement event, and it creates major hype. It used to be the coolest thing. Like every major media outlet was there at the announcement event. They also let season pass holders come in and like populate the
Susan.
back of the theater, and then
Yeah.
like the media were like at the front. But it was so cool because like all the media were like live tweeting during the event, and you would just get to like you would just be on Twitter, and you would just see like all these maze clips and like video artwork and stuff drop in that moment, and then like the people who created the maze would like talk about it and like get you hyped up on it. They would show you the costumes, and then they would drop all the scare zones and the new scare zones, and they would drop those, and it was just such a cool event, and it created a ton of hype for it. And I know they stopped it, of course, during the pandemic because they couldn't have people in a building, all together like that. But once the pandemic ended, it should have restarted. Like the way that they dropped the mazes last year was terrible. It was absolutely
Hated
terrible.
it. Hated it.
It was the
Not a fan.
worst.
Let me show
Uh,
this. I just want to show this. I just want to show. It's just this is some like legit nostalgia right here.
On season. At this very moment, you can travel over to the Bizarre Bazaar just outside the theater doors and pick up all of the brand new 2019 merchandise that has just been released right now tonight. Thank you to everyone who worked so hard to bring us Halloween in August. I'm Paul Tucker. Say it with me. I'll see you in the fog. Here are the stars of Not Scary Farm, folks. The Not Scary Farm Monsters.
Not Scary Farm. I hope you do this again. We need it. We need it, dude. It's just so good.
and that was the
This
year
is
too where-
Danny's video. This is Danny's video. I remember this.
and they were dropping trading cards from the ceiling. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember, dude. This might have been Knott's like in the last 10 years. This was their prime right here. The 2019. Dude.
Becky was asking, was that event open to everyone or just media? It was open to everyone. Well, everyone meaning season pass holders. So, but you had to jump on the Knott's website when they released them into like sort of a queue, and then use your season pass and claim your ticket. Tickets were totally free to the event; they didn't cost anything. And if you know anything about like the Walter Knott Theater, like there's like the upper and like the lower part of it. They kind of turned that whole waiting area upstairs into like a party for the media. So there was like a dinner party there afterward. And so the media guests would get to like interview like a lot of the creative team up there. They had like a walk and repeat up there with like the Not Scary Farm logo and all that kind of stuff. And then they would have like a bunch of food and things like that that were themed to the event. And then downstairs where the regular audience was, they could walk across the street to the Bizarre Bazaar, Bizarre Bazaar, which was like next to like it's where the studio store is now at Berry Tales. And they would have all the merchandise early for all those season pass holders that went to the event, so that you could buy it before the event started. But it was like a limited time run, and it was cool because after the event was done, those monsters would go out into the street right there. And so as you were exiting like the event, they'd be in the street like scaring you, like a scare zone.
It was
a lot of
just
fun.
incredible.
It was a lot of fun, a super awesome event. So it was open to the public, sort of, but it was like limited, so you had to like be there to get your ticket.
Those tickets are gone hours, like within the hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, a very popular event. We got 3 months of membership from Lola. First year season pass at Knott's. What's your favorite seasons there? Halloween and Christmas. It's unbeatable. It sounds crazy, but I enjoy Christmas just as much as I enjoy Halloween at Knott's Berry Farm. They go the hardest for those 2 seasons. They bring the magic to life over there at Knott's Scary Farm and Knott's Merry Farm. It's incredible. Let me see. Man, I went the first year. I was not prepared for those monsters. I was ready to run. Yeah, they will scare you as soon as you exit that event. It was crazy. I didn't buy any merch. I was too busy running to the exit. Yep, I remember that. Instead of Oogie Boogie, I'll pay my money to Knott's hotel package. It's a great deal, and you get your money's worth. Yep, it is. You get to do Scary Farm and a Knott's hotel stay. I've seen that. What's up, Jar Jar Bougie? All right, closing thoughts on the Knott's Berry Farm, Danny.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the announcement event gets to happen, and then I'm hoping I can actually get a ticket to go in, because I would love to see it. I mean, I'd love to go back and do that. It's a ton of fun. And then as far as the maze that's coming to where Pumpkin Eater is, I really hope that somehow they can expand it again back to like the way that Pumpkin Eater was originally, with like a scare zone before you walk in.
Loved it.
I'm really hoping they can do that. When I heard, Mondo, that the maze inside Dark Ride was going to be like a best of all the mazes kind of thing, I was kind of, in all honesty, I was kind of bummed out by that. Because I'd rather have.
You would prefer more like a focus, like we want something.
Yeah, I'd rather have a really well themed maze than like walk through a bunch of like memories of old mazes. Like,
yeah, I could see that.
I don't know.
It's almost like you're getting this montage of like I don't even understand what's going on here.
Yeah.
Before we move on to Knott's, I forgot to say, I have heard a very strong speculation that, gosh darn it, I don't know the name, but we will be able to buy the Devil's Elixir. What was the name of the bar that we all wanted, the speakeasy, the Blind Tiger?
The Blind Tiger.
I think the Blind Tiger is coming this year. Like very strong speculation. And first of all, Knott's has probably missed out, if not hundreds, probably $1 million from that freaking bar. Like that should have been day one. Go buy the Devil's Elixir for $20 over here. They would have sold who knows how many. It was like their marquee scare zone for pretty much the last 2 years. But I heard that it's coming. I don't know where, I don't know how, but I've heard. That's what I've heard. And let's hope that's true. I would love a speakeasy, I guess you could say, for a Not Scary Farm. I don't know where they could put that. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just going to say I don't know. But it'll be cool. All right, let's move on to freaking Universal Studios Hollywood. Universal Studios Hollywood. We got all that construction going on over there at the upper lot. And it's most likely a roller coaster. You know, we've seen videos now come up on Twitter of like actual POVs of what could possibly be coming to life from leaked like right through images and stuff, or just leaked the coaster line itself. But other than that, let's talk about overall the process that Universal Studios Hollywood has been in, Danny. So we saw Jurassic World come to life.
Mm-hmm.
We saw Secret Life of Pets come to life. We have seen what is it called? Super Nintendo World? Is that how it's working? Those three things?
Mm-hmm.
And this roller coaster that's coming is next year's thing. So it I don't know where I heard, but somebody a long time ago said Universal's doing something every year for like the next like 5 or 6 years. If the roller coaster's coming next year, what's the thing that's coming the following year? So not 2024, but 2025. Is it Simpsons Land? Or does Simpsons Land get just overtaken by Fast and Furious Coaster? Or does it expand? Do we get Donkey Kong expansion? Or do we get I could only hope freaking Diagon Alley. Where is the 20? We're speculating that far, Danny. Where is the 2025 speculation? Where do you think, dude? This is a random, out of nowhere question, but where do you think that speculation is? What do you think?
Well, I had remembered speculation of the studio lot tram um, being brought back down to the lower lot. So for those that remember, a really long time ago, you used to board the tram on the lower lot, and now supposedly the rumor is that it will return back there. Which, if you've been to Universal now, you'll know that what Mondo was just talking about, the Simpsons area, as well as the studio lot, like tram entrance, are all kind of in that like mid lot area right there where the Simpsons are. So that could easily go away with the Simpsons stuff to make way for something like an expansion to Harry Potter, kind of like the train station up there that would lead to something like a Diagon Alley, or something different. You never know.
Yeah.
Uh, but they would have to do it like on that parking space, like further away from where the log cabin used to be. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But if they moved the studio tour though to the lower lot, that would be pretty telling. And in all honesty, too, it would like prevent things like it would make it a little bit easier for them. The trams kind of have to go up some pretty steep hills and stuff to get back to where it is now. So it would make it easier if they were all down there.
If they did bring the studio tour to the lower lot, that's when you know stuff's going down. Like major stuff's going down. Because them changing the route of the studio tour is because big things are coming. And wow, I could it's like I wish I could put a name to it, like a Disneyland forward, Universal forward, Universal Studios Hollywood forward, like
Mm-hmm.
literally just major stuff's coming. Possibly more than one thing, like more than a Diagon Alley. um, I think if I had to take a guess, Danny, I think it's Diagon Alley, dude. I think it's Diagon Alley. I want to speculate freaking Donkey Kong, but like we're talking about sound stages being taken down, and Universal Studios. It's hard to be like that's their money maker, dude. That's they rent those out, and films are done there all year round. So it's a hard speculation on that. But where the blue screen is and supercharged area, and like you said, where if it goes down the Nope area and where that wooden house used to be, all that, dude. If the park could expand that way, it's just an unbelievable move from Universal Studios Hollywood. Um, I don't even know how more insane the theme park would get. Like those type of moves are just like I just can't believe that we could possibly be in this like Universal Studios Hollywood like era of change, dude. It's unbelievable. I still think in the mix of all these big moves coming out of Universal Studios Hollywood, I think there's still hope for what is it called? Born Stuntacular. I really feel them taking away 2 shows. You got to bring the love somewhere, entertainment wise, and I think it is going to be a Born Stuntacular, and essentially like a Hollywood version. But I don't know where the hell that would go. I would hope we lose Kung Fu Panda Theater to a Born Stuntacular. That would be awesome. Or just freaking expand more Harry Potter. The answer is always more Harry Potter. But we'll see. We will see. We got Draco saying, as soon as I find someone to do a video, and if they let me, I plan on challenging Megatron with my wand while wearing my Hogwarts robe. Megatron has no chance, Draco. No chance. Thank you for the super chat. Megatron has no chance, dude. He has no chance. You got a wand? No chance. Did we get a new member? Oh my Lanta Elias, thank you for joining the 5-Fire community. We have a members live tomorrow. Most likely like 6 p.m. I should be home by then. Definitely be home by then. But thank you for supporting the Fire, Elias. I appreciate your kindness and support. What did somebody say in the chat? Also was told 2025 might be the end of Simpsons Land. So, I don't know. You know what I think about Simpsons Land, Danny? I don't think Universal does another reimagining of Back to the Future and The Simpsons into something else. I think they just might do away with that thing. It's just kind of weird. They're like trying to go forward into the future with these like new IPs, new attractions, but then they're bringing Back to the Future technology into 2025s and beyond. I think it's weird. I think that's the end of that ride, dude. For all we know, maybe that's where Born Stuntacular goes. They take the attraction down for a show. Who knows? Do you think the Simpsons attraction gets reimagined into something and survives?
I hope not.
Unless, I'm not the only one. Yeah, I feel you.
The only way it would make sense is if they put it back to the Future. That's the only way people would love it if they did that. But the ride system is really old. It breaks a lot, and it gets people sick very regularly. And I heard too, Mondo, some people say it's kind of painful now. Is that what you heard?
Dude, it is. It hurts your stomach. Max Aruni wanted to get on TV real quick on the live. He kept eyeballing me like, are you gonna let me on the live? I was like, what's up, Danny? Danny was actually with Max Rooney for a little bit
yesterday. Yeah. he's like the chillest kid ever.
Yeah, he's a little angel. All right. I'll see you in a little bit, young man. He's been really digging Still Finding Nemo and Dory, dude. I put on The Incredibles for him. He hated it. He's just like, I'm done. I don't want to watch that. Maybe Incredibles just doesn't portray good to babies, I guess. I don't know. Let me ask you a real quick question, Danny. Does The Incredibles still hold up for you if you were to watch it again, or are you just over it?
Yeah. I love The Incredibles movie. Basically any Pixar movie that's older, I still really like.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily know that like Incredibles 2 holds up, but like Incredibles 1 for sure.
Yeah, Incredibles 1's so good. I still love that movie. Ian Grimm with the super chat. Did you see the soaking wet Super Mario Show announcement for Universal Japan with interactive super soakers? Bring that to Production Plaza. Oh, I saw. I would show stuff from Japan, but they will copy strike you, and I'm cool on that. I'm even scared to show their website. I don't even know if I want to do that. But what Ian's referring to, we saw, what's his name? It's not Baby Bowser, but it's no, it's the other. It's the character that we currently have at Universal Hollywood. Do you know his name, Danny? It's not Baby Bowser. What's the name? It's not Baby Bowser. It's
Toe?
no, it's like, oh my gosh. I hope somebody in the chat says. It's one of the ones that had like a Super Soaker wedding people, but what I'm trying to say, Mario, Luigi, and I'm just gonna say Baby Bowser for right now. They were having this water bonanza at the theme park in Universal's Japan, and they were just shooting water at everybody, and it was like a dance party. And Mario and Luigi, they had kind of more like a Mickey Mouse head where it doesn't move, so they could just kind of move more flexible instead of walking 1 mile an hour like they do currently at Hollywood. But it was just a dance party, and it involved water. Mini Koopa. Oh, it's Bowser Jr. Thank you. Whoever said it, thank you, Bowser Jr.
We don't have Bowser Jr.
No, Japan does. They debuted.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. Yeah, no, I saw him. I saw him in the water show. Yeah.
Yeah, Bowser Jr. Thank you. I would love that. I think it was Danny, or I might have told Villain. I said if Hollywood brings that water fun part, the water party. I'm just going to call it the water party, the water Super Nintendo World party to Hollywood at the Plaza. Disneyland got to start freaking out about these things because with the movie like Super Mario Bros. And the way it resonated, hitting $1 billion, the popularity just being at an all-time high for that IP, and knowing the fact that like more movies will come out at some point in time, with the writer's strike, I don't know when, but I feel like there has to be a level of like, whoa. They're doing water parties now with their most popular IP. You know what I mean? And it resonates with kids and the families. A water party with Super Mario, with Luigi. That's just freaking unbelievably cool. I think it'd be a home run success at Hollywood. I could only imagine it would have to be at the upper lot. I don't know how they would do that at the lower lot. That's what I have to say. But I would show Japan, but they will copy strike me. They've done it before, and I'm good. Yeah. I'm good on that.
As far as it's funny because like I know the Simpsons ride is like a big draw, and like I know that it always has like 60 to 80-minute, 90-minute wait. Like people, it's still popular. I think it's just because Simpsons is like still a really popular franchise. The Simpsons, like all the food options, like Krusty Burger and like Cletus Chicken Shack and stuff like that, they're still like they still hit hard, and like everything about Simpsons is always going to hit hard. Like I don't think that's the problem there. I think the problem is that like maybe they're coming up on like renewing some agreements with Disney or something like that, and they just don't want to do it, and they're like, why are we going to keep doing this when we can like put in other things that we're going to be doing for like Epic Universe or other franchises we're doing already done in Orlando that have just been so much more successful that we don't have to pay for. And there's so many that they could.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to see anything take over that ride as a retheme unless it's Back to the Future, because I'd rather just see it gone.
Just let it go. Let it go. Simpsons is it. We need 2025 technology. Just move it forward. Theme park and things with the super chat. If I'm at Universal, I would not give Disney money for re-upping the Simpsons contract. I'd scrap it, put more Universal IP, and let Disney have it back. And making them buy the rest of Hulu as well. What has Disney done with Simpsons? They put them at D23. That's as far as I know. I haven't seen. I'm still gonna go on the record. I'm still gonna go on the record and say, Downtown Disney needs a Krusty Burger. I'm just throwing it out there. I know it almost sounds like disrespectful to Universal Studios Hollywood, but I will not complain about a freaking Krusty Burger in Downtown Disney. Drop it at DCA. Forget if they can't bring McDonald's, bring Krusty Burger. It makes no sense. Nothing makes sense at California Adventure. There ain't no more California in California Adventure. So just drop Krusty Burger over there. Man, thank you everybody that said Max Little Cutie, but everybody that said Bowser Jr. What's up, Peter? Freaking, I couldn't remember Bowser Jr. It's the hardest name for me to remember. I don't know why. I just have... No, Baby Bowser is just ingrained in my head from Mario Kart. It's just like ingrained in my head. Theme park conductor with the super chat. I was told by a source at Universal that coaster track of the rumored Fast and Furious is already on property. More track is coming, but some is there. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Whoever could get a photo of that, that's gonna go viral. Because then it's like, this is real. We know it's happening. There's no more deny. Like at that point, if someone gets a picture of coaster track, I would hope Universal's like, yes, there's a Fast and Furious coaster coming. Just build the hype, Universal. We're ready, man. We want it.
Just drop the news. Just give the news to some news outlet. Just let them post it.
Yeah. It would probably be like LA Times or something, right? All right, let me move back because I promised that we would come back to this before we move on to Disneyland. Halloween Horror Night speculation map. Credit to Horror Night Nightmares for creating this. When I see this map, Danny, I'm just kind of like, I'm at the point where it's more like I have to walk through all this before I make a judgment of anything. It's like I can't pinpoint like I want to do that one first, unless it's La Lechuza. That's probably my number one. And if you're like, what is he talking about? It's this owl one right there. Mm-hmm. It's going to be damn scary. But for the speculation map, I'm just at the point where like Stranger Things, I don't really care. Last of Us, I think it's going to be badass. I think that one's going to be good. Evil Dead Rise, dude, low key, that might be like fire, dude. I saw the movie. I thought it was ridiculous, kind of corny and weird, and almost a parody, but it worked. It was just really weird, really weird. It would work as a Halloween Horror Night house. I think it would be really good. Chucky, I'm just like, who cares? I'm not a Chucky fan. Monsters Paris, that's just going to be awesome. The Universal Monster houses are always awesome. Exorcist, I don't care. Holidays in Hell, it's awesome. I already know it's good. That's how I feel. I'm not even going to talk about Terror Trans because I know it's not going to be that. But Danny, what do you think about this speculation map? Now that we could go a little deeper into it all.
It's a little meh of a map, but like obviously it's all speculation, right? Everything on the left side I really like. So I'd be happy to walk through any of those. Holidays in Hell, we've already done it, and actually not that long ago. So it's kind of like we literally just had Exorcist, so I could care less about that. Chucky, the moment they announced it immediately was uninterested. Like I don't care anything about Chucky. I'll walk through it, but like it's so uninteresting to me.
And it's off the show. It's off the show. The show's not like, come on. Yeah. Maybe if it was off the movie, I'd be way more excited.
Is it literally going to be like just the maze I do like whenever I do it? Like I don't even care. The Monsters maze, they're always great.
Yeah, I love the Universal Monster maze.
I don't even know what Terror Tam celebrities. I don't even know what that is. So I can't even comment on that. I don't even know what
celebrities. That's why I didn't even comment. Yeah, I don't even.
I don't even know what that is.
Terror Trap.
I don't.
It's
like
gonna look like whatever last year looked like. It's the same walkthrough.
Yeah. I don't like Terror Tram in general, so I didn't even do it last time. So, and I'll probably not do it this time either because I don't like. I feel like it's a waste of time because you have to wait not only to get on the tram, but then you have to like get off the tram, then do your maze, and then you have to get in line to like go back up to the upper lot on the tram, and it's just like it's a long time, and it's just not worth it for me. I don't know. I had so much fun not doing it last time, so I'd probably skip it again.
For some reason, say this is the true list. Where does your heart go? You're ready to go. Opening ceremony just happened. What's your first house?
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things? Okay. I think for me personally, I'm going to La Lechuza. Or probably Last of Us. It's a tough one. But I'm going to say La Lechuza because it will probably have a scare zone. I feel like anything that's gone on the Parisian Courtyard has just been fire for like the last like 3 or 4 years. So I'd probably go to La Lechuza. La Llorona was there. Bride of Frankenstein was there most recently too. It's gonna be good. But the Death Eaters, we already know they're badass. They're gonna be coming.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
And if you did not hear, Death Eaters got extended to the end of July. So for everybody that couldn't make it in this time, because I know there's a lot of people that were blocked out with their pass, please go check out the Death Eaters. They are incredible. I have a video up on my channel about it.
And I like your face is blocking it, but I like the Megan horde. I thought that's cool too. So the Megan roaming horde, I think, is a good idea for Megan, because like I mentioned earlier, I don't think it's a good idea for a maze, but a roaming horde is like the perfect thing for that.
The only time, or not the only time, when I went to Hallow Scream, which was the first year at SeaWorld, they had what was called a roaming horde, and it was, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was like pirates with chainsaws or something. It was just something crazy like that. And a roaming horde, they went throughout the whole theme park. So at any point in time, there could be like 10 monsters with chainsaws coming at you. Because you know how like at Halloween Horror Nights, their scare zones are pretty much like a section, like a zoned off. I'm guessing Megan's just gonna be able to roam wherever she wants, and I guess just scare everybody on the upper lot. That'd be really cool. I like the whole roaming horde thing. It's a good idea because you could be scared at any point in time. And if it is a roaming horde, I hope it goes in a Simpsons Land. We need Simpsons Land to be scary again, not a safe zone. They need to add a scare zone there. It's definitely needed. Definitely needed. Mr. Brain says Chucky House sounds good. I've seen the wine, and there are some good scenes that would translate good to a house. Hey, I gotta walk through it. I gotta walk through it before I either hate it or don't hate it. We'll see. We'll see. But I hope Megan, if she does come, Danny, I hope she does the dance. Like, I don't know how to do the dance, but that was literally Megan's marketing. It wasn't even the trailer. It wasn't even the story of Megan. They freaking marketed that dance, and it was like the best marketing tool for that movie. Now it's at Horror Nights. That dance was so good that she's at Horror Nights now. Because Megan, to me, when I watched it, I was like, what the hell? This should have just been like a Terminator reboot. It would have been cooler. But, yeah. Closing thoughts on Universal Studios Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm going to be hyped for HHN either way.
Yeah.
It's, even if we got to walk through Exorcist again, that's okay. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. Yeah. And I heard if it is Exorcist, it would be the new version, whatever that's going to be. Even then, I'm like...
Yeah, I was gonna say, Mondo,
Exorcist happens in one room, right? I don't know. We'll see.
Peter brought up earlier, and I was gonna say the same thing too. If the roller coaster track's there, you might want to look in the ET parking lower level, because everything that's like major that's been waiting to come into the park has been chilling down there.
That is Simpsons stuff, or Super Nintendo World stuff was there first.
Yeah,
too.
They had the thwomps down there. They had the tubes down there, like way before they even like announced it too. They were just chilling there, like all shrink wrapped and stuff. And then like more recently, I was down there and I saw the plane from Waterworld chilling down there.
Yeah,
So,
it's actually really cool that parking structure lot down there. Hey, I will look next time. That's a good one. Thank you, Peter. Dude, watch it. Hey, watch that track be there tomorrow. Or they're like, move that track. We cannot have that track on Monday. Oh, man. Let me see real quick. I'm just reading. How about Cabin in the Woods, mate? I would love Cabin in the Woods. I would hope it's in a soundstage. Maybe that's the soundstage. That'd be sick. You see Greg supporting the fire. We got a super chat from Greg on the Venmo. dropping 5. Thank you, Greg. Appreciate you, man. Happy Sunday. We're at 250 likes. Let's smash the like button. We're almost there. We're literally, I think, 2 likes away. 2 likes away. They should create something like American Horror Story. I think they've done it before, but a long time ago. You see this right here, Megan versus Chucky. Yes, I don't even know what to expect out of that, but it'd be an original. Just dude, it'd be a cool clash. I don't even know what to expect out of that, Maze, but it would be awesome. It'd be freaking awesome. Kimberly says there's also word that they're doing a new Final Destination movie that happens on a cruise ship. Oh my god, I do not want to watch that. Not that it's a bad movie, but like I don't want cruise ship. I don't want any bad like a mentality. Yeah, like that's all because Final Destination is just bad stuff happening. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I've always enjoyed the Final Destination, so we'll see. Hey driver, move that track. Oh man. All right, let's move on from Universal Studios Hollywood and let's talk some Disneyland. All right, let's get to Disneyland. So Disneyland, Rogers the Musical is the big talk. People are loving it. The premium experience is still selling out. Even though there's standby available, every freaking thing. And what I mean by that, do not stress out about the premium view if you can't get it. Do not even stress out about a boarding group. Just do standby. You're going to Rogers the Musical, just do standby. I have yet to hear one person get denied for standby. There's always been space for that, so just do standby. Don't stress out. There's already enough stuff to stress out about at Disneyland. One thing that happened to me, and I just want to throw it out there, I actually got a boarding group for World of Color 1, and I was not able to get a boarding group for Rogers the Musical. It like blocked me out. Have you heard that from anybody, Danny?
I haven't.
I didn't know that because I got a World of Color 1, I can't get a Rogers the Musical. But I just want to throw that out there. If you're getting a Rogers the Musical, just focus on that. Like, if it's really that important to you. But for me, still go standby. I'm just going to throw that out there. The big talk that has also gone down with Disneyland is a lot of scaffolding has now come down at San Francisco. Still no menu, even though they like said it's coming in July. I'm going to say right now, San Francisco Foodie Guide comes this week. Just throwing it out there. It's going to come this week. I feel all the buzz and all the every blogger, whatever, is going to be all over Oogie Boogie. Might as well drop San Francisco Foodie Guide. But you got to cover that, right, on Twitter, Danny?
Yeah, it's all on Twitter if you wanted to pull it up.
Yeah,
but,
I'll bring it up right now.
There was quite a few updates for San Francisco Square. Not a lot of updates on the bridge, though. When Mondo and I looked at it last weekend with Mystery Bay, not really anything changed. It was exactly the same, still white, still had the little horns on each side of the gate structure, but there wasn't even anything done to it. So it looks like they were kind of more focused on what was going on top of Aunt Cass's Cafe. But the scaffolding came down around Aunt Cass's Cafe, so we saw Mochi the cat being painted on the side of the building, which would signify normally Lucky Cat Cafe, but the storyline that Disney's going with, according to what they've showed us already, is that Aunt Cass has opened up a second restaurant inside San Francisco, this time in the port of San Francisco, which is where we're at in the San Francisco Square. And it's now called Aunt Cass's Cafe instead of Lucky Cat Cafe. So, and they added that like big pipe on top of the building. They added 2 like little water tower kind of things that would hold like flour or like, other kind of beverages in the building on top. So I think if you open it, Mondo, it's a thread. Yeah. So yeah, they added those 3 structures on top of the building. And if you're keen to look at it too, the cafe bakery sign is not real anymore. It's just a tart. So and that's going to be where Aunt Cass's Cafe's sign goes right there. that we saw on the Disney Parks blog artwork that they released. And then on the other side, they're going to have the mochi sign that says Aunt Cass Cafe too. So um, we're going to lose the Pacific Wharf signage soon.
Dang, dude, I'm excited. As much as all the cool stuff coming with San Francisco, I'm excited for the foods, dude, and I guess the cerveceria too, with whatever that's gonna be. Um, we are probably like less than 2 weeks away from meeting Baymax. I don't think they're gonna wait to the end of July. They said mid-July, so it's any day now for all we know. I wouldn't doubt that the bridge is done by tomorrow. Like things are going to move full steam ahead at San Francisco over there at California Venture. It's crazy, Danny. We're going to be able to high five or fist pump Baymax by the end of like the next couple weeks. That's kind of weird because we don't see Baymax at Disneyland. So that's going to be great. It's going to be great. No free bread. I think there'll still be free bread. That's not going away. Jay York, we did virtual queue. Everything went smooth. We were third row to the front, and it was an awesome show. Yep, I've heard that from a lot of people, Danny, that you get virtual queue, and if you're lucky enough to get the barcode to be at the bottom, you're literally with the premium viewing. So, but I guess premium just gets you the first picks. You get the first.
Yeah,
picks.
you just get in first. That's all you get.
Melissa says they better keep the ube milk tea when they turn into Aunt Cass Cafe. It's so good.
I thought they I thought the ube milk tea was at Lucky Fortune Cookery.
She's just saying they better keep it, Danny. They better not touch it. Better not touch it. Let me ask the chat. What does the chat want to talk about when it comes down to Disneyland? I want to go over one more thing, and actually, Danny was able to capture this on his last trip as well. Is this thing? Where is it? Tiana's Palace. I feel like this is going to be done no way beyond August, dude. I keep saying it. Tiana's Palace cannot open in Halloween. I find it so weird to open in Halloween or even open in Christmas because like I feel like it's weird to have this restaurant open and not have seasonal foods like Halloween or Christmas. And they're like, say they open in Halloween, they're like, we're just serving our regular menu, nothing Halloween. I just find it weird. It'd just be weird. But I think Tiana's Palace, I think this is going to be a July thing too, Danny. I think this is a big eventful, I guess, restaurant-filled July. What do you think? What do you think on all this?
I think we find out really soon kind of what the menu is going to look like for Tiana's Palace. I could easily see opening this at least with some sort of an event, whether that's a cast preview or a media preview or whatnot, this month, and then like maybe an early opening next month. It looks really just done. I mean, for the most part, they didn't really change a lot for the French market, right? The kitchen's in place already. There's probably not a lot that's changing in the kitchen. They're just probably, the restaurant already had a New Orleans style vibe to it. All they had to do is really kind of just make it match the theme of what they're doing for Tiana's Palace. So, they can keep the layout of like how you flowed through the restaurant with like the two sides. Like there's not really all that much that needed to be done. So it looks like the stuff that they needed to do is finally done. And really that was transforming the outside of the building to look like a steamboat because that's what Tiana's Palace looks like. So,
yeah.
And yesterday too, I couldn't really show it because they had the scaffolding up, but with your human eye, you could see because the scrim is kind of see-through. You could see that the two smokestacks that make up the top of the restaurant that make it look like a riverboat. They were already in place and ready to. They were all done. You could see them through the scrim, so they're ready to go.
All right. Dali, do you guys know if they're keeping the same menu from French Market? No way. This is a brand new menu. It's just I think nothing will stay from.
The only thing that's staying is mint julep and beignets.
Yeah, that Yeah, mint julep side, I don't think that'll get touched. But French Market, all that's gone. All that's gone. I don't know what kind of cuisine's gonna come. Uh, I think Tiana's Palace, Danny. When I really think about it, I think it's gonna upgrade Cafe Orleans too. It could only upgrade it. I feel like we're probably gonna see. Do you think we see Tiana inspired foods come to Cafe Orleans? I feel like it'd be a missed opportunity not to kind of keep the storyline just going everywhere, right?
Yeah, I mean, we could potentially some special plates or like recommendations or something like that. Like they might say like, "Oh, Tiana recommends this one," or "This is Tiana's favorite," like on the menu. I could see
That'd be
something like that.
cool. That'd be
Yeah.
cool. Then the reason I bring that up, Danny, because Tiana's Palace is like a quick service per se. Cafe Orleans a sit down, and I don't know. I feel like the sit down it would benefit from that. Um, let's see if they don't make it by September, then Tiana's opens at the beginning of 2023 for Mardi Gras. Is it next year? Are we in 2022? What? We're in 2023 right now.
Well, no, that's a good speculation, but we haven't gotten an indication that it's been delayed. And Disney already shared in previous announcements that the restaurant would open in 2023. So we know it's opening this year. Um, it's just a matter of when, and it's looking like all signs are pointing to really soon. So I would say this month or next month is
Yeah.
probably a really safe bet.
There's no way it goes to 2024. I think it's going to be this year.
Yeah,
Uh,
we don't got any indication that it's gonna been that it has been delayed, and Disney let us know pretty early on that Toontown was delayed when it was delayed. So
Vera asks, "What do you think the process for dining at Tiana's Palace will be like?" Very easy. Boarding groups. They're going to do boarding groups. You cannot eat at Tiana's Palace unless you do a boarding group at 10:30 and at 12:30. So that's going to be the only way to eat at Tiana's Palace. Does Disney make it easy, Danny, like French Market, or do they make it complicating? What do you think?
I think they could just make it where it's mobile order only, and that could be how
Oh
they do
my
it.
gosh. Is that a good thing or bad thing? I don't
I mean,
know.
that's how Pim Test Kitchen was. So that's probably what they'll do.
Um, I think it'll be easy to eat at Tiana's Palace. At least I could only hope. But it's not even that big in there. I don't know how they're gonna do it. It's gonna be a interesting time. Jamie Lynn says, "I wonder if Tiana will have three outfits: her dress, the one from the ride, and her restaurant dress from the end of the movie." I sure hope so. That would be awesome if they do all of them. I feel like that'd be a good move. Really good move. Living the Dream says, "I'm going to the park this week for my birthday. If they open up Tiana's Palace this week, will be the best birthday present ever." Hey, I hope they do. But I feel like they're gonna give this opening of Tiana's Palace. They're gonna do the Mark Twain Jubilee. What was it called again?
Tiana's Showboat Jubilee.
Tiana's Showboat Jubilee will happen. I'm telling you, book it. It's gonna happen. If Disneyland doesn't do that, missed one of the biggest missed opportunities. Um, let me see. Let me see. I'm just reading through the chat right now. I'm wondering if they move the gumbo to Tiana's and shut the place by pirates. That place makes too much money, man. As shocking as that is. I don't know what off the top of my head over there next to Royal Street Veranda, the bread bowl place. It just makes too much money. That thing is always busy. I don't think they shut the gumbo down there. No way. No way. For Disneyland, Danny, is there anything you want to talk about?
Um, we talked about Tiana's Palace, and that was really the main thing I just wanted to talk about. A few other things Mondo mentioned. So we got to keep in mind at the forefront for all those that are listening that are planning trips to Disneyland. All the closures that are happening. This is the season of closures this year, and I was talking about in my video that I think this year it's because there was just so much rain happening in the months of January and February that they couldn't do their normal closures that they would normally do to work on all these things because they were just struggling to get Toontown done at that point, and they couldn't even get it done because of all the rain. So we're seeing an unprecedented amount of closures that we don't normally see. So we had, of course, Alice in Wonderland, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, and Peter Pan all close already and reopen, and they're all closing again in phases so that they're not stayed closed. Peter Pan reopened, all the scaffolding was down, but the scaffolding's still over the Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, and that's still open. Alice in Wonderland is closed again as of July 5th, and it's going to remain closed until July 21st. And then once July 21st rolls around, Mr. Toad's is going to go down again right after Alice in Wonderland opens, and then stay closed until mid-August. So they're all kind of taking turns so that they're not totally affecting everything. But right now, Alice in Wonderland is closed. And then don't forget another closure coming up. We got Toy Story Midway Mania closing next week.
Weird.
And it's going to close for a while. And this ride absolutely needs it. I've never seen a ride more in disrepair other than Indiana Jones before its refurb. This ride's always breaking.
Hey, Buzz Lightyear looked like trash, dude. It was really bad. Buzz Lightyear was there.
Dude, all Toy Story Mania is just really bad. It needs it. So it needs it bad. Soarin' Around the World is closed. That's coming back right before Toy Story closes. And the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail is going to be closing soon as well too, while they start doing Villains Grove. Yeah.
So. You know when you sit back and think about all these ride closures, whatever meeting Disneyland had back in the day, they were like, we keep closing the rides at the slowest time. What about if we close them at the busiest time when tickets are at the highest? We're going to have the biggest crowds, the most expensive tickets. Let's just close the rides and refurb them in the busy times. What do you guys think? And somebody on the other side of the table was like, you are a genius. I find it so weird that Soarin's closing, freaking Peter Pan was just closed, Alice in Wonderland. Like, these are big rides that people care about on their trip. And I'm talking about from like a ticket perspective, not even a ticket perspective. And to have Toy Story Mania, that's like some people's favorite ride at DCA, like their one favorite ride. That's just weird. All these closures. I'm just not used to this, Daddy. It's just like, what's next? Cars closing for a month in August. Freaking Incredicoaster down all through September. Like, what's going? I don't know. It's just weird, dude. It's just really, really weird. I wonder if they'll soft open. Dude, Disneyland has stopped soft opening anything. Only Universal, maybe even Knott's, they do soft openings. But
Disney doesn't do soft open these days.
Yeah, they do media events, and that's kind of it. Victor says, have you been to Disneyland Collection exhibit in Burbank? Lots of cool Disneyland history on display for free. It's awesome. Last day, July 16th. You heard that, everybody. Thank you, Victor, for bringing that up. Last day is July 16th, which is next week. I just went to it. I filmed a whole vlog. I'm going to try to edit it today, post it tomorrow in the morning. I have one word to describe my experience. Incredible. I was so shocked and enamored of all this, like, extremely cool historic things of Disneyland. And all I kept thinking, I was like, how does one person or even a company end up with all of this? Like, did they just like jack Disneyland slowly? I don't get it. I don't get how you end up with cast member jackets, and you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just really weird. Do you have any insight on that, Danny? How somebody ends up with stuff like this?
What do you mean?
Like, how do you end up with cast member jackets from like all over the theme park at Disneyland and Disney World? Like, you're supposed to return those things, or like, does he just, this came up on eBay or something? You know, like, you just kept buying stuff over time? I don't know. It's so weird.
Yeah, like people steal it, or they get fired and they don't return it, and they end up selling it on eBay and whatever else. So it finds its way into somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what I have the picture right here. It is uh Joel Maggie. Somehow Joel Maggie ends up with all this stuff. It's an incredible collection. Literally the only word I could describe it. Um, Ian also says, "What did you think about the scrolls at Rogers?" I want to before I give my opinion. I want to ask Danny because I almost feel like if I had to take a wild guess, what Danny's answer is, I don't care. Danny, what do you think about a scroll coming to the Hyperion?
It was a cool concept for like doing it for the D23 crowd because this was like the private D23 one that they had sold tickets to um, that sold out like right away. So it was a fun little extra for them to make it worthwhile for the ticket. Um, I'm not watching Secret Invasion, so it's not doesn't mean it really all that much to me. From what I heard from Peter, the scrolls are like spoiler alert for people that are watching, the scrolls are aliens that can like become people. And so like some of the superheroes in like some multiverse, some of the superheroes that have been on the Avengers the entire time have been scrolls, and and it's been a scroll the whole time, and it's not even the superhero that we know. And so scrolls can be like any human on the earth. So like so they had a scroll like as a cast member in the park because there's like scrolls outside Avengers campus or something. I don't know.
It's gonna be a tough sell to be like Thor was never Thor. He was a scroll this whole time.
That's why I
Uh,
said when they started getting into like the
it's
multiverse,
like,
it lost me, and then this is just like even more. I can't handle it.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I get it. There's probably really cool comics about all of that, but like to the MCU in the theme park, I don't know. I don't know. That's a hard sell, man. Jamie Lynn, 6 months a membership. Does Disney give Tiana 3 outfits? Her normal dress, the ride outfit, the restaurant, her outfit from the end of the movie. Also bring Maven. I say yes to all of that. I believe they will. But at the restaurant, Tiana had her like traditional princess outfit. So the I guess like her working at Tiana's palace outfit maybe might not come. But I'm saying yes to all the outfits. The more the better. I think it's a great idea. What do you think, Danny?
Disney was really quick to say that the outfit that they showed at the Essence Festival was just that. It was just for the Essence Festival, and it was just to show how Tiana was going to look on the attraction itself, and that Princess Tiana would only meet and greet guests inside her regular dress. So I don't think there's plans to have Tiana walking around in that new costume. That's how you're going to see her on the ride in her animatronic or statue or whatever they're doing with it, or maybe in like the screens if there's a screen moment that she's on. Um, I'm sure that same costume that we saw on like Disney Park social media during the Essence Festival, we'll probably see that Tiana in like all the media events and like TV spots that they're doing with the news stations. But that's probably where the end of where we'll see it. And then beyond that, maybe we see it for like special events and stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited. Uh, they already debuted that like ride outfit. I could only imagine we're gonna meet her soon in that outfit come Tiana's Palace. Like, why even debut it if it's not till next year? I think it's gonna be soon. Couple more questions to end the night. Uh, let me see. Let me see. Real quick. BB Box Brit, Magic Key renewals are coming too soon after the trauma of Oogie Boogie. I know, it's so weird. Anybody that's been waiting to buy Magic Keys, I could only imagine they're going to open up very soon. I think there's going to be record number of people not renewing, and I don't blame them because a lot of people got kind of like pushed into Inspire, and that's not necessarily what they wanted. But yeah, I feel like people are not going to be renewing. Let me see. Super chat from Brian. Any suggestions on where to find Mickey ears? World of Disney. That's your best bet. Uh, yeah, World of Disney. I couldn't even tell you another spot. Because there's no Disney stores. Citadel outlets, actually. That's kind of like that's like a it's like an artifact these days. But thank you, Chapek. Probably Bob Iger had something to do with it. You go to Target now if you want Disney merch. Jar Jar Bougie, real quick, 5 months. Danny, why do we have medical grade LED lights in the loading area of Peter Pan? I'm traumatized. What? I don't know anything about this. I haven't been on Peter Pan since it's reopened, but
Jar Jar Bougie makes it a habit to go on Peter Pan at night. So he probably and it just reopened on June 30th. So I haven't. They probably did something. Maybe there was some sort of a safety issue where they needed to have the loading area brighter than what it used to be. But I didn't. I didn't stay long enough to be there at nighttime, so I didn't see any changes with that. I only saw changes like to the cosmetic work on the outside of the building. So I'll have to look up some video on that because that's crazy.
That's a crazy description. Medical grade LED lights right before you get on Peter, right before you go to Neverland. But thank you, Jar Jar Bougie. Theme Park and Things with Johnny with the super chat. Mondo, Danny, what do you think about scrapping Hollywood backlot and make it Simpsons Land with the Krusty Burger and Dark Ride? I just feel like Disney. Oops, sorry about that. I just feel. I could only assume, but I just feel this way. I feel like Disney wants nothing to do with Simpsons Land or Simpsons property in a theme park. I feel like they want nothing to do with it. At the very minimum, at least bring the Pink Donut. That thing makes like millions of dollars every year for Universal Studios Hollywood. That thing is literally one of their biggest money makers. Like I am not kidding. That thing is just it sells so crazy. But that's what I think. What do you think, Danny?
Yeah, I think so too. It's going to be a while before we see Simpson stuff coming to Disney parks. So
yeah, I think they want nothing to do with it, dude. That's it. All right, Danny. Closing thoughts, my friend. Closing thoughts on everything.
Man, well, we got to keep our eyes peeled on some of the stuff that's happening at the hotels. Right, we're getting really close to September. Not only for Tiana's Palace restaurant and but also the opening of the Discovery Tower at the Disneyland Hotel, and most of the amenities that are going to be opening at Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel, aka Pixar Place Hotel. So I know it's going to be that's a big tower with a lot of rooms in it, so it's probably going to take them a really long time to redo all those rooms. So it'll probably sort of rebrand and like reopen before all the rooms are done. And they'll have, the new restaurant. Of course, they got the new lobby and all that kind of stuff. So I think it'll kind of just roll out in phases. And you'll kind of just see it as it is. So that's all coming like within the next few months. So we're gonna have to kind of keep a close eye on all that. And Mondo, you're gonna have to keep a close eye on this roller coaster track.
Yeah, hey, I'm on the hunt. I believe whoever said there's roller coaster track at Hollywood. I believe it.
I believe it.
I don't know where it could be, but it's kind of hard to hide, honestly. Like we're talking humongous pieces of iron and roller coaster track. My closing thoughts. I really want to talk about Pixar Place Hotel. Is that right, Danny? Pixar Place Hotel. Gosh, just call it Pixar Pier Hotel. Done. It is such a great name, Pixar Pier. But I really want to talk about that hotel next week. Not today, but I really want to get into that hotel. I also want to get really into the dirt field and downtown Disney's future. And we'll talk about Oogie Boogie and all this crazy stuff that's going to happen. We got a lot of fun stuff coming this week. But I'm telling you, I think this week we get some Not Scary Farm stuff. possibly Oogie Boogie teasers or maybe even reveals. I find it hard to believe that they're going to go this late without anything Oogie Boogie. And the other one was for Hollywood. Make your way out there to the Death Eaters, everybody. They're literally badass. Like I cannot undersell how awesome they are.
It's cool. What did you mean by your video title, by the way, when you said Death Eaters are really wizard? I was like, wait, I don't understand that.
I wanted to put I want it's super corny. I just wanted to be corny, Danny. Because is it like wizard? It means cool in the Harry Potter universe, right? You're so wizard, Harry. I don't know. It was just corny. I like being corny sometimes. Maybe that's. It was just. First of all, it was going to be the original.
That's why I read it and I was like, maybe I don't know some lingo. I don't, maybe I'm out of it.
It was originally going to be Death Eaters are badass, but I don't know. I just feel like that title just doesn't work. So I just Death Eaters are wizards. It's super corny. Like I'll admit it. We got Rudy O. Woo! 20. Love you. I miss you, man. It's been too long. Let's pray that ticketing system does not go down this week. It's gonna be too hot for that nonsense. I'm just gonna throw it out there again. The system's gonna crash, and I don't know how they're gonna deal with it. If they couldn't get it resolved on Tuesday, what makes things get resolved tomorrow or this coming Tuesday? I don't know. It's a mess. I'm gonna go on the record. I still believe too many people bought tickets through bypassing the virtual queue last week. That they're gonna add Saturday's Oogie Boogie. Book it. I'm still saying. But I love you, Rudy. I hope all is well, brother. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching Speculation Sunday. Don't forget, Danny, are you dropping a YouTube video tomorrow?
This week. I don't know if it's tomorrow. I got family here, so it may not be tomorrow, but definitely a podcast first. And maybe that same day, you'll also get a video or the day after. But I did film a video this weekend that will be coming out this week for sure.
Heck yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. Smash that like button on the way out. And thank you for supporting the fire. We are firing it down. The Cali Bay, just as Danny are calling it a day. I'm the main host, Mondo.